Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Pokémon Sleep. It's time to head in and check out last night's sleep research as our Good Sleep Day event kicks off. I hope you all slept well and got to bed on time so you can get all those extra fun bonuses. Let's see how things went for me. Good. Full 100. Been on time, woke up on time. Very well rested. Exactly what I like to see. But it is balanced. Interesting. Haven't seen that in a while. We'll get a little bit of extra drowsy power to kick things off, which will be nice. It'll include a little bit more spawn for the day, maybe. Yeah, 5 spawns. 25 million drowsy power. We got a 3-star in there too, so look at that. That's neat. So we got Palmy, Pichu, Shinx, Cleffa, and Ditto. Alright. Makes it nice and easy when there's only 5, so it goes fast. Alright. No new sleep styles in that pile, so we can head on and see who's hungry. Don't have a good camp ticket anymore, so we'll get one anyway. I mean, I am good on Palmy. Let's see, do I get anything from the daily gift? No. Rebuilding my ingredients ticket pile. I am going to focus on Shinx, because that is one that I am looking for with that tomato oil loadout. Yeah, I need to save those biscuits, so I'm going to wrap up snack time for now. As much as I would like to feed the hungry Pokemon. And I will share out Palmy candy. No, folks still want to save up some more for their healer, so happy to oblige. Oh. I forgot that it was the start of the week yesterday when I said like, oh, tomorrow I'm definitely going to get a rank up. Forgot how much I'm starting over. So this week I'll get that rank up. Alright, gentle nature. Alrighty. We're in business. Alright. What do we got? We got skill level up M to start us off. Inventory up. That's good. Ingredient finder S. Okay. I can work with that. Skill trigger. Also good to see. And inventory up L, the very end. And the main skin, it doesn't get ruined by the nature. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's take a look. Let's run the numbers. I have already passed it again. I am terrible when it comes to outside of the Kanto decks. Why am I just being absolutely blind? There you are. I want to run this as Luxray because I want to know the full deets. So we got skill level up M to start with. Inventory up M, which is still not bad, just can't be sub-skill seeded. Ingredient finder S, so that is a sub-skill seed, but that's only to 50, so not that big of a deal. That feels like it's something still within reach. And we have a calm nature. And I want to see ingredient count B. And realistically, it just comes down to the total amount of ingredients that it pulls in. So at 65, at max level, in its current loadout, wow, that is a striking difference. 65 versus 122. I mean, that is absolutely perfect. With the quiet nature, which means it's going to get quiet or rash, which gets that ingredient finding up nature. Helping bonus, helping speed, and ingredient finder. Well, at 65, it's not terrible. I just don't think that it's... The total amount is absolutely great. Let me just run this with ingredient finder M instead and see how that changes. It's only going to matter once we get up to that higher level. But it's really just looking to... It does effectively, with the right sub-skills, do a better job at collecting oil than Toxicroak and Krogunk do. But it's also predicated on it having the right sub-skills to do so. So if I'm... 75 is better. And at least it gets a little bit above the halfway mark that the top tier configuration has. But is 75 enough? Are all the dishes that I need to cook 25 oil or less? That is the question. So, I'm going to move on for now. And we'll check, because I can't remember off the top of my head. This is like the worst time to try to have me play memory, is like right after I've gotten up and trying to figure out what's going on. We do get a little bit of that extra XP bonus from the Good Sleep Day. So an extra 228 XP for the team. Some sneaky snacking. Diamonds for today's reward stamp. Good. And then tonight is the true full moon, so we'll get that 3 times drowsy power. That nice beginning of the week boost. There's an extra 700 sleep points, so now I've finally got over 4,000, so enough for that master biscuit at the end of the month. Ooh, do we have news? Okay, well, before I jump too far ahead, I want to check this, because I'm actually curious. So, from the desserts side of things, it looks like 14 per meal is the most currently. Yeah, so it definitely has enough for dessert coverage. And for the Defiant Coffee Dress Salad, it's 22. And for Green Grass Salad, it's 22. Okay. And curries and stews. You know what? Yeah. There's no oil in any of these. And then the dry katsu curry there is. So it does cover that spread. But like by this much. Which I guess is really what matters, because I'm usually starting the week with... I always want to make sure I have a healthy amount of about like 30 of each ingredient going into a week, just to make sure that I have most of the meal coverage for ingredients. Well, with that revelation, what are your thoughts? Is that a good enough Shinx? Is that worthwhile getting all of that investment in just for it to be at that 75 with that one sub-skill seed investment? Just curious to know. It's nice that it's got some skill trigger on there, and it will have a fully leveled main skill when it does. I'm just curious. Feel free to let me know. Alright. What news do we have? It is news. We have maintenance coming up. Okay. So that will be happening in 2 days' time from the time of recording, and for me this will be updated to your local time zone string, so like feel free to check your in-app news to make sure you've got the correct time. So for me it'll be well after I'm asleep, so dinner will not be a problem for this maintenance. Points to be updated: preparation for New Moon Day, Growth Week, and see the event news for more details. Okay, so it's getting the data in for these upcoming events. Adjustments to item exchanges. When exchanging for certain items from the general store, you can now select an item quantity and exchange for them all at once. That's surprising that that isn't in there already, but that is good. And then unified text and small bug fixes and adjustments. Okay. So really just event prep update. It's not as big as like some of the other app updates, but still good to know. Oh, and I didn't see that posted earlier. I guess that just slotted in. Thank you for playing Pokémon Sleep. The game is currently experiencing the following issues. Chansey, with 2,000 hours of shared sleep time and a good night ribbon, has higher helping stats than Blissey. This will remain in the game and will not be fixed. Huh. Interesting. So what this is telling me, the in-app news is actually telling me to only get happening to Chansey and then leave it at that. No need to evolve it, because it will not have higher stats than Blissey. Interesting. I mean, I'm going to eventually catch a Blissey, because I do want to at least capture one of every Pokemon just for the Dex completion. But it's interesting that they're specifically calling that out. So, good sleep ribbon, good night ribbon, middle evolution, higher stats. Wow. That's been a fun fact for the day. The fact that they just don't want... I mean, they're specifically saying we're not going to address it. I'm curious if they'll come back to that later. Or if that is like, no, we're doing that as intended. Kind of just a little blindsided by that. Of like, no, this is how it is, and that is not going to be fixed. Interesting. All right, community. How did you all sleep last night? 38 reports. All right. Good to see everyone getting some good sleep. Okay, let's make some breakfast. How does that sound? Not a lot of fun stops yesterday. Was kind of just catching up from vacation. did have to go out, but it was just a very quick jaunt. No triggers to start the day. Okay, Dedenne. I expect that from you, Blastoise. All of my Blastoise don't trigger a whole lot. No one wants to trigger this morning? That's not good. Vikavolt, nothing from you either. Alright. That's better. Alright. Let's make some breakfast. Gotta slowly rebuild my ingredients. That's why I'm hoping that I get some more ingredient magnet triggers. I can't make Clodsire Eclair as much as I have the ingredients to do so. We're going to do early bird coffee jelly. Everything else is pretty low. So the rest is honey, because that's just what I got. No extra tasty, it was just full odds, so no biggie. Got lucky yesterday morning. And that puts us into Grade 2. So, some solid progress in ranking up through the weeks. Feels pretty good. And that does finish a mission. Good. Yeah, I'll be happy if I can get to Master 3 this week. That's really just, that's my hope. Alright. So, that's all I've got for today. My intention is tomorrow I'll have a little bit more time. So what I would like to do then is spend some time going over and doing some box cleanup from, let's be honest, since Cresselia Darkrai. So we got a couple of other Pokemon to check in there, but really from last week. And make it some more space. So it might be a little bit longer than usual as I'm just going through some of that. But you know some of y'all enjoy it, so it'll be there if you'd like to. But that will wrap it up for me for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Let me know how your week's going down in the comments below. What do you think of that Shinx? Is that worthwhile for me to throw some resources at? Is 75 enough? I guess the question I had to really answer for myself is the triple oil Toxicroak that I've already got set up. Is that doing as well or better? That's what I gotta answer, I guess. But that is a question to be answered on another day. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you back tomorrow for some more sleep research. Until then, sleep well.